me about this rice that you're using.
Vialone Nano is it's like small rice. It's from Vialone, Italy, and it's actually a little bit smaller than cannelloni.
Okay.
And it really floats like when you cook it. It doesn't break down because the size of it is very small. And then so that when you're making the risotto, really the key to a good risotto is like the rice is just floating and you get the texture. So that's.
Does it cook any quicker?
It's pretty quick. I mean, actually, about the same as cannelloni rice. And cannelloni is another good alternative if you can't find this.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start out with a little bit of olive oil. And I cook with olive oil like almost all the time at Nectar, even with the fish and acrylic, because it does have a really good flash point. And also, it tastes good, and it's also much more healthy for you than any of the other rices.
And a lot of people they shy away from cooking with olive oil, but I think it's great.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. So we're gonna use some, and always, get your pans up, cut down the cooking time.
And these are great stoves here, so the pans get hot really quick.
They really are. This is a great stove. So we're gonna just kind of, I use the term sweat a lot, meaning cooking without getting any color and kind of making it transparent.
And is this a lighter olive oil, or it looks like extra virgin?
It is an extra virgin, yeah, it is. So we're gonna start with the onion, some chopped garlic. And the great thing about this is something that you can do with the risotto if you're having some friends over, family over there, and you don't want to be cooking the entire time they're there. Is the risotto, what we're going to do is we're going to get it going, bring it up, and leave it on the side. And then what you're going to end up with is an actual cooked, flaky rice right here. Then from there, we're going to turn that into a risotto.
That's interesting.
A little bit al dente. And it cooks without it breaking down so much as well. So then we're going to we got the garlic, we got the onions, and then we're going to throw the rice inside.
Gotta love the smell of garlic and onion cooking together.
And we're going to just, almost like you're doing a rice pilaf, we're going to just coat the rice.
I noticed there's a lot of starch on that rice.
Yeah, it has that dust on there.
You don't want to rinse that off ever.
No. No. And the great thing about this rice is, as you see, once it's done, it does come out, and it's just like so nice.
Yeah, really
beautiful.
fluffy.
Yep. So we got the rice coated. We're going to take our white wine. I always use Chardonnay.
Always use Chardonnay for anything, or just
I like it for cooking. Yeah.
No, something oaked or no?
No, more like a French style, Burgundy style. So it's okay. So we're gonna do, and all we want to do really is just bring that up to a boil. I don't really want to reduce it because I want that flavor throughout it.
All right.
So keep that in there. Okay. This rice we're actually going to use. You can use stocks. You can use all kinds of different things. We're going to actually use water today because it's a fish dish. So we want to make it so there's no.
It's a nice clean flavor.
Exactly.
Let that lemon shine.
Yep. The fun part about this is this is an incredibly easy rice to work with because we're going to let that come up to a boil. We're going to hit. You get your water or stock or whatever it may be. Get it up hot so you can get it in here. Bring it up to one boil. We're going to take it. We're going to cover it, and we're just going to leave it on the side and let it sit. That's it.
Wow.
And then in about 20 minutes, it's just rehydrates the rice, and that's all you need. And then you're going to end up with that product there.
Oh, that's awesome. So no standing over the stove and stirring ferociously.
So I'm going to grab a little bit of salt, which I use. This is a molten salt from France.
Beautiful. Nice big flakes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to work with. So as you see, this is comes up. Then we're going to go with the butter, and then we're just going to slightly cover the rice.
So you're not really working with any ratio, but more by sight?
Yeah, you're just going to as you go. You want it to be where you don't want it completely submerged, but you just want it covered, and just like that. So you're going to just see it's almost like 1 to 1.
All right.
Okay, just about there. So that's good. That's going. After you got that up to boil, you're going to place it over here.
And that's it.
And that's it. We're going to cover it and just leave it. We're good.
Very cool.
Okay, risotto. Now when you see this, as it's done.
Oh, wow.
And this just breaks apart. Yep. You cool it. And that's going to be right here.
That's a really cool technique.
And basically what I start out with the risotto is we're going to use just a little bit of the water for this. So, add this right in. There we go. working with like hot stock when you're making risottos is really key. It really speeds up the process quite a bit.
If you don't use a boiling or hot liquid, does
you're just going to have to wait for it to come up.
Okay, so it won't actually affect it.
It's not going to really affect it. It's just going to take more time.
Yeah. Time is everything in the kitchen.
Yeah. A little salt.
And do you primarily season with the Maldon salt, or do you use kosher and other
use
salts?
Some kosher. Use kosher for curing, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the story behind kosher salt. It wasn't designed to be kosher. It was designed as a curing salt. And then because of in cuisine of like the Jewish cuisine, there's so many curing things that it kind of got nicknamed kind of in reverse.
Interesting.
So it's kind of fun. It's a fun story.
And you do a lot of your own cured meats and charcuterie.
Right. Exactly, yeah. Like with, I do my own pork bellies. I have a steamed pork bun. I do a lot of smoked salmon. So everything we do in-house, yeah.
And you use that predominantly just with the regular kosher salt, or do you use the pink salt?
No, I use kosher salt. The pink salt is more straight nitrates. That's more for tureen, things like that.
Okay.
But kosher salt I use quite a bit for me.
Nice.
Yeah. This is coming along nicely.
Now, when does the Meyer lemon come into play here?
In the risotto itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Oh, so this is going right in. Whoa. Oh, that's going to make it so rich and creamy. Wow.
And again, like if it gets a little too thick.
Or if you let yourself on
If it gets a little too thick, you can just go in with water.
Okay.
As well. I kind of really want it like a really almost soupy consistency. And so now we're going to this is lemon thyme. It smells so good.
It really does. It's such a cool flavor.
It is.
And it's very different from, English thyme, regular thyme, if you
exactly.
will.
So we'll get our Meyer lemons, which are in season right now.
Yeah. Meyer lemons are great. They have such a
They kind
nice
of,
flavor.
they're kind of like the Concord grape of lemons. They're they're almost fake because they're they smell so much like.
Yeah, they're floral almost.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah. Like when we have for oysters, I have stone crabs on the menu. I always pair them with these.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you do a large selection of oysters?
Nope, I usually just use one at a time. I use mainly out of either out of Demascata, Maine, or I'll use them out of New Brunswick, Canada.
So all East Coast?
All East Coast and North. Yeah. Pretty much all of them come, above Rhode Island. And then this kind of rounds out the. So this is just a Parmesan, Reggiano.
Nice.
And this is going to thicken up a little bit from the cheese, so don't throw.
This looks great.
My bear bun for good measure.
Can't hurt.
Start the diet tomorrow.
Everything in moderation.
Yep.
Oh, this looks great.